Yo guys, Big Dog Beef. Alright, so hopefully a while back, not that long ago to be honest with you, I showed you that I was going to put on the tactical tri-rails in place of the rear sight. Now that I've done some shooting with the iron sight, not really an iron sight kind of guy. Especially for me, I'm cross-eye dominant, so it's either shoot left-handed, which I could just never get the feel for, because actually shooting with my right eye open was actually kind of difficult for me to acquire the sights with the rear. So, thank you, honey, for flushing the toilet. So what we are going to do is we are going to remove the rear sight and put on the UTG tactical tri-rails. But in order to do that, we got to remove the rear sight first. So let's just grab a punch. Of course, use the brass end. And we're just going to drive the pin out. Now, I should be using a vise for this, but believe it or not, I still have yet to pick up a vise. Yep. Okay, rear pin is out. You know what? I need to... I'm going to just move you guys for a quick second here. Because what I need to do is I need a container to put the parts in so I don't lose them. Alrighty. Okay, that should work. So I just want to grab a container, put the parts in, stick them over here. Probably out of the way where you can't see them. Okay. There we go. Oh, that just popped right out now, didn't it? So, okay. And this should just come right out. Make sure. Okay. Always the case as to whether or not something is going to work for me. What am I doing? Sorry? Oh, jeez. We were looking for pliers. I don't need them. Okay. You know, sometimes it amazes me how vague instructions can be. I got the rear leaf spring off, and as my understanding, you just pop these off. Well, not when it was soldered in there. So I more or less had to pry that off with some pliers, but I got it off. Don't know if I'd ever be able to get it back on again, but I don't think I'm going to be doing that. Alright. A little bit of cosmoline in there. You know what? Let me do a quick shot of ballistol there. Just let that soak for a minute. You know, I guess they built these rifles to last. They didn't build these rifles for someone to be taking off the rear leaf spring and installing a tri-rail. So, clean some of this up a little bit. Since there's actually, I don't know if it's cosmoline or rust. Oh, that's cosmoline. Definitely. Whew. Okay. Just want to get as much of it out of here as I can. This way, we don't have any interference when we try and install the sight, or the tri-rail rather, excuse me. Big improvement. Oh. Okay. Now, we need to start installing the tri-rail, and we do this by basically what we need to do is we need to find the appropriate spacer. The tri-rail comes with two spaces. You got this little one and the bigger one. Okay? Depending on which design leaf spring you have. Well, the good news is, the little one is going to do me no good. So I use the big one, put it on here, and slide it all the way forward because it fits underneath of, there's a little lip inside here where it fits underneath. Okay? And again, this would be so much easier if I actually had a vise. And again, I really got to get to the store and get one. I keep telling myself I'm going to, and I just keep not doing it. So, call me lazy, call me whatever. Okay, next we have this piece here, which, and hold on, I look it up, what do they call this? The rectangular steel base. Yep. Okay. And this goes in here, and you'll see, no, you probably can't, but the idea is you just screw in the to where the pin got punched out. But the good news is we're actually using Allen screws in here that will take the place of that pin. And it's nice, UTG includes the Allen wrenches. So, we'll go ahead and tighten these guys up. The only problem with supplied Allen wrenches is they're not exactly best quality. Alright, that's all snug down on that side. And now I've almost had it snug down on this side until it slipped out, but I think I got it, and I hope I'm not stripping this stupid thing. And I'm getting close, so I'm going to stop. Okay, so there you go, the supplied base. So I put all my spare parts in here. Now I got to go through them real quick. Alright, so what we need to do is, and this is where the instructions kind of stink, and I should have paid attention a little bit more when I took everything apart. There are two types of screws here. You have these right here, and these here. You can see that one's longer, one is shorter. Well, the interesting part in the instructions, they're both called M5. So it tells you to use the M5 screws for the base and M5 screws for the other one. Well, the thing is, you need the short ones when you're attaching here. Alright. Now, I've seen other products out there that are very similar to this, but everything I've looked at didn't seem as rock steady as this one. I mean, this one really seems just rock solid, but it just seems really sturdy because you got these in here, which are then locked in place. It's not being held with a pin. You have these two here, which screw down into the base that's now attached underneath the lip, just like the leaf spring was. So, if you ask me, that's really, really solid. It's a good solid platform. Now, we are going to move some stuff out of the way, because it all looks like it's about to fall. Okay, we need to take the top rail, and it slides on into here, and I hope, there we go. And what you're looking for are the screw holes here to line up. And you want the long end coming back across the receiver. And this is where we take our long M5s. And you'll notice, hard to see, I have one extra of each. That's good. Well, in case I break something or lose one, or although I don't know why I would lose it. I mean, if this lives up to the reviews that I've seen and read, come on. and it's as sturdy as it feels. I don't see any of these guys coming undone, to be honest with you. Alright. Alright, that one's nice and tight. And that one's nice and tight. Alright. I mean, I could just leave it just like that if I wanted. Okay? There you go. You know, you don't really need to put the side rails on if you don't want to, but you might as well complete the installation. I mean, there's no point in doing something half-assed. So the last thing we need is basically to install the side rails. Okay, they fit just right on here. There's actually a little lip under here and a little lip here. So they just slip right on. And it doesn't matter which direction they go because it's not indicated any direction per se. There's no numbers on them to say, oh, it goes this way or it goes this way. And it's right in the middle. So again, it doesn't matter which side goes where because it is the same. Both pieces are exactly the same. Although there are numbers on the top rail, and for anyone that owns anything that's a Picatinny system knows that that's for you know, for placement of scope rings or whatever. It just gives you your reference point. I will say these side rails don't feel as sturdy with these screws. I started tightening them down. It didn't really feel like it locked into place like these bigger ones did. So, I mean, it'll be interesting to see. I'm sure these will be fine. But if they ever start coming loose, then I got to really pay attention to that so I don't lose one, because you do not get an extra one of these screws. And maybe it would have behooved me to use some Loctite in here, which again, something else I don't know. So, yeah, see when I'm snugging these down, I don't really feel the resistance. I guess a little bit. Could be because I'm not left-handed, and pardon the snorting. And at the same time, I don't know what I did, but it feels like I injured my hand a little bit. Let's see here. There we go. Might as well use a regular tool. Set that back over there. So in the end, there it is. The UTG tactical tri-rail installed on a Mosin. Obviously where it sits doesn't interfere with the bolt in any way, shape, or form. Just got to be careful where your scope is. I will install the long eye relief scope at some point. Interesting part, UTG set rail covers too. So you got 4 rail covers. So I'll just go ahead and slip these on. I'll stick one right there. Stick one right here. I mean, it seems kind of silly to have rail covers because, you know, you're not gripping up there. I mean, I guess if you're going to grip up there, it seems a little high up, but you know, to each their own, I assume. All right, folks, that is it. That is the UTG tri-rail installation on a Mosin Nagant 9130. Again, it feels pretty solid. And, you know, really I'm kind of looking forward to getting this, getting the scope mounted and giving that a try at the range. I think that could be a lot of fun. Problem, I wonder if this, with the scope, will fit into my rifle case that I just bought for this. Oh well. Once again, it's always one of those you live and you learn things. It's not like you spend a lot of money for a rifle case. But that's it. UTG tri-rail on the Mosin gun replaces the rear leaf spring sight, and that's it. As always, guys, I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I will see you next time.